objects only. Some methods may take primitive data type. Some methods will use primitive types as a parameter return type, primitive type as a return type, or primitive type as a parameter. But most of the methods will deal with objects as a parameter. Method parameter we can take as a object. Method return type also we can take as a object. In real-time projects, mainly our methods will deal with objects only. Please read these points. Object means physical entity. Objects are used to store the data. Object will be created based on class name. To create the object, we will use new operator. Object will be stored in the heap area. For every object, JVM will assign one unique hash code. In real-time project, data will play the major role. Java is a OOP language. So everything will be represented in the form of objects. In real-time projects, mainly our methods will deal with the objects. Okay. Now, let us see here. I'm taking one class with a name called student. What is that, guys? Student. In this student class, I'm taking integer ID and string name. Class student into ID string name I am taking. Okay. Student class into ID string name I am taking. Now, can I create the object for the student now? Student S1 is equal to new student. Can you tell me what will happen when this line of code is executed? Memory will be allocated. Memory will be allocated for these variables also. Memory will be allocated for these variables, or memory will not be allocated for these variables. Will be allocated, will not be allocated. Will not be allocated. Local variables, huh? Instance variables. This is one class. This is one class. This is one class. So in the single file, I have created two classes. One class object I am creating in the another class. Are you guys getting my point? Project nothing but collection of classes. Don't think that we are going to write only one class. In the project, multiple classes will be available. One class will communicate with the another class. How one class will communicate with another class? Now, my driver class having a main method. Inside the main method, I am creating the object for the student class. Are you guys clear with my point? Now, whenever I create the object for the student class, here this class object will be created. In this class, instance variables are available. Memory will be allocated for the instance variables. We discussed about the variables. How many types of variables available? There are three types of variables available. What are the three types of the variables? Static variable, non-static variable, local variable. S1 is what kind of variable? S1. दिवाली आ गया, पूरा चले गया दिमाग से. S1 is available inside the method. That is a local variable. क्या यार, क्या हुआ आपको? Just 3 days back only we discussed about global variable, static variable, local variable. Where is S1 variable available? Inside the main method. That means it is available inside the method. If the variable is created inside the method, it is called as local variable. What about ID and name? ID and name available where? ID and name, where those variables are available? Inside the class. So those variables are instance variable. S1 is a local variable. ID and name are the instance variable. At that time, I have taken only one class, but now I have taken two classes. One is a student class, another one is a driver class. Can one class create the object for the another class? Simple, man. I am one object, he is one object. Can I talk to that object? Can that object talk to me? Can we communicate? Similarly, Java classes also can communicate. One Java class can communicate with the another Java class. Inside the driver class main method, I am creating the object for the student class. Are you guys getting my point? How many Java classes are available? There are two Java classes available. What are those two Java classes? One is a driver class, another one is a student class. Which class having the main method? Driver class having the main method. Are you getting? Yes. Now, if I run this program, what will happen? If I run this program, what will happen? When I run this program, how many classes will be loaded into JVM? Two classes will be loaded. Why? In the same file, I have two Java classes. Inside one file, you can write the two classes also. You can write the three classes also. You can write the four classes also. One file can contain multiple classes also. Are you able to follow me? Yes. Now, when this program is executed, how many classes will be loaded? Two classes will be loaded in method area. What are the two classes? One is a driver class, another one is a student class. One driver class will be loaded and one student class also will be loaded. Then program execution will begin from main method. Both classes having the main method or only one class having the main method? One class only having the main method. Main method is the entry point for JVM execution. When this main method is executed, do you have any logic in the main method? What happened to you guys? Diwali effect. Clearly there is a line of code. That is my logic only, na? Do I have the logic in the main method or I don't have a logic in the main method? I have a logic in the main method. What is the logic in the main method? Creating the object. One statement is available. That is my logic. Whatever I write inside the method body, that is called my logic. If I declare like this also, integer a is equal to 10. This is my statement. This is one logic. This is available inside the method. This is my method body. So inside the main method, logic is available or logic is not available? Logic is available inside the main method. What is the logic available? Creating the object. What is the meaning of object creation? Allocating the memory. Now, this is my method area. What is this? Method area. And this is my heap area. What is the difference between method area and heap area? Inside the method area, class code will be stored. Inside the heap area, object will be created. Now, in one file, I created two classes. One is a driver class, another one is a student class. When this program is executed, execution will begin from the main method. Inside the main method, logic is available to create the object. Where that object will be created? In the heap area. Whenever the object is created, memory will be allocated. After the object is created, it will check for instance variables of the class. Am I creating the object for the driver? I am creating the object for the student. I am creating the object for the student. In the student class, do we have any instance variable? Yes. Memory will be allocated for the instance variables or not? ID with 0, name with null. Why it is storing 0 and null? Default value. ID is a into type. For into type, default value is 0. Name is a string type. For string, default value is a null value. This object is having a pointer, that is reference. What is the reference of that? S1. What is S1 now? S1 is a variable which is holding student class object. Getting my point? S1 is a variable. It is holding student class object. S1 belongs to what type? What is the data type of the S1? Student. Student is a class. Can I say it is a referenced data type? It is a primitive data type or it is a reference data type? S1 is a variable which is belongs to student class. That means it is a reference data type variable. What is the value available in the S1? Object is available. Inside the object there are two variables. Instance variables available for every object. Every object will maintain its own copy of the instance variable. Now, can I do like this? S1.id is equal to, can I initialize that variable? S1.id is equal to 101. S1.name is equal to some Raju. Can I do like this? Is it valid or invalid? It is valid. Now, can you tell me what is going to happen when this logic is executed? Already I have explained. In the instance variable. Can you tell me what will happen when these 3 lines of code is executed? Yes, tell me. Line number 7, first line in the method. Okay, execution will begin from the main method. When the line number 7 executed, what will happen? Object will be created. Where the object will be created? Inside the heap area. What is the meaning of object creation? Allocating the memory. Object is created. In this object is created for a class. Immediately what JVM will do? Check for the instance variable. Do we have any instance variables for the student class? It will check the instance variables of the student or it will check the instance variables of the driver? Student only. Why? Object is created for the student only. For student class there are 2 instance variables available. One is ID, another one is the name. Then immediately what it will do? Allocate the memory for the ID, allocate the memory for the name. Is there any value stored into those variables? No. Then what JVM will do? Initialize with the default value based on the data type. What is the data type of the ID? Integer. What is the default value? 0. What is the next variable? Name. Is there any value? No. Then it has to store the default value. What is the data type? String. What is the default value for the string? It is going to store null value. Does this object storing into any variable? Yes. What is the name of the variable? S1. S1 is a variable which is holding student class object. That is the logic. Got it? Yes. Now, system.out.println s1.id, system.out.println s1.name. Can I access the value of the variables now? Can I access the value of the variables? Right. Execute. Am I able to get the data? Yes or no? S1.id, it is giving me 101. S1 dot name, it is giving me Raju. For example, I will do like this. Student S2 is equal to new student system dot out dot println of S2 dot id plus I will do S2 dot name. Here also S1 dot id plus S1 dot name. Yes. Now, can you tell me what is the output I am going to get here? Line number 11. Line number 11. 101 and Raju. Line number 14. 0 and null. Why I am getting 0 and null? I am not initializing the object. Okay. Every object will maintain its own copy of the instance variable. First S1 object only I have initialized. S2 object I have not initialized. It is initialized with the default values. Are you clear? Good. Now my requirement is write a Java method. Write a take the paper. Take the paper. Do the exercise now. Write the Java method. Write the Java method to print. Write the Java method to print data available in the object. Write the Java method to print data available in the object. Write a Java method. Write a Java method to print data available in the object. Write a Java method to print data available. Simple example. Yeah, you can take it as a student object. Write a Java method to print data available in the student object. Write the Java method to print the data available in the student object. Just print it, that's it. Write a Java method to print data available in the student object. Good. कहाँ है भाई आपका notes? Pen नहीं है? Guys, can someone give the pen to him? Extra pen? Yeah. If you don't practice, there is no use. हाँ, practice करना है भाई. कल आप ऑनलाइन पे ज्वाइन किया ना? वीडियो ऑन किया था कल मैं देखा आपका. Yesterday you missed the class. Did you practice all the methods yesterday? कहाँ देखा? कहाँ practice किया कल methods? कल क्लास में मैं methods assignment दिया था. लैपटॉप में किया. Online people, are you able to write the method which is used to print the data available in the student object? आपका नोट्स कहाँ है? हाँ? ले लो एक दूसरा बुक ले लो. एक पेपर ले लो, पेन ले लो, ट्राई करो. You have to think, then only you will get the knowledge. और एक पेन दे भाई, फ्रंट ऑफिस में पूछो, देते हो लोग. Any variable, it can be. You can take it as ID and name. Write the Java method to print the data available in the student object. हो गया? भाई आपका हुआ? No, this is directly you are writing the logic. Na? I want a method for that. No, I want a method. Method signature. Where is your method signature? You should write one method. If I call that method, that should perform this operation. ना? एक method लिखना पड़ेगा आप. एक method लिखना. Praveen, show me. No, this is not wrong. This is wrong. Where is the method? I don't want to write in the main method, man. I don't want main method. I want your method. I want your method to print the data available in the object. You should write your own method, not in the main method. Main method you need to use only to call the other methods. You should not write in the main method. You should write your own method. Try that. That is wrong. This is wrong. Data available, anything, print the data. I have given the same requirement. Read the requirement. Write a Java method to print the data available in the student object. That means your method will take student object as a input. That's it. No need to return anything. No need to return anything. So you need to write one method with a void. You need to write a method with the void. You no need to return anything. Then what is the purpose of the method? Print the data. So can I take the method name as print data? Method name can be anything. You can take method name as a print or print student data or print student info or print student kuch bhi. You can take anything as a method name. What is input? Student. Student object you need to take as a parameter. That's it. Here you can write system.out.println. That logic to print. System.out.println s.id, s.name, s.age, like that you can print it. This is what I am asking. You should write a method which is used to print student data. That means student data you are getting as a input. That is a object. Inside the method you can write any logic. That is of your choice. Whether you print ID, whether you print name, that is a different story. Object. The student object can have any number of variables. ID, name, age, gender, like the date of birth, like that it name. Okay, every object will maintain its Can I print like this? Can I call the print method like this? It is already giving the error. Why? Method is expecting a parameter. Whenever we are calling, we need to pass the parameter. Am I passing the parameter? No. What parameter it is expecting? What parameter my print method is expecting? Student object. So what I need to pass for the print method? Student object. How can I pass the student object? Student s is equal to new student. S dot id is equal to 101. S dot name is equal to some Raju. and I will pass yes. Got it? So this is how we are going to do the code in the real time. In the real time, we will write a method. My method will take one object as a parameter. Another method which is going to call this method. Here, student object is created, storing the data in the student object and calling the print method by passing the student object. Understood? Yes, sir. Here we are already passing the object. Yes, it is expecting that S is a variable which is holding the student object. Why it will show the error? It is expecting your object as a parameter. Here S is available now. S means it is a variable which is belongs to student. By using this variable, you can access all the properties of the student. Okay? Whenever you are calling the method, we are passing the object. So whenever you call, then only this will execute. Otherwise it will not execute. Whenever you call, you pass the object. That object will have ID. That object will have the name. Good. Run this. Am I able to print it? Now observe this code clearly. Slowly we are entering into real coding. Slowly we are entering into real coding. I will show you my project. Object will be passed as a method parameter. As of now, we used just reference types. As of now, we used just reference types. Now I am using object. Object I am taking as a parameter. Similarly, now I will give one task. Based on this, can you do that? I will give one task based on this. Can you do that? Okay. Take a employee class with employee ID and employee salary. Take employee class with ID and salary as properties. Okay. Take employee class with ID and salary as properties. First you need to take one employee class with ID and salary as properties. Then take driver class and write the method to print employee object data. To print employee object data. Call the print method from main method. This is my requirement. Huh? Guys, read the requirement clearly. Take employee class with ID and salary as properties. Then take a driver class and write the method to print employee object data and call the print method. From main method. That's it. Same program as it is. Just one class name is changed. That's it. How we have done the student, in the same way we need to do for the employee. That's it. Do that. Take employee class with ID and salary as properties. Take a driver class and write the method to print employee object data and call the print method from the main method. If you are able to do this, that means you got the clarity on the methods and objects. Online students, please try that.
రావట్లేదు, ముట్టబోబులుగా ఉంది, పడిపోద్ది ఇట్లా ఎవరో ఫ్రిడ్జ్ తీసినప్పుడు అమ్మకంగా పడిపోద్ది. అయ్యో సారీ ఎక్కువ అది బిజ్జిలో కొనుక్కోవాలని చిన్నవి తీసుకోకూడదు. గొన్నోడు లాంటి సెకండ్ హ్యాండ్ టీవీ కొందంట, దేవారాన్ని కొందంట. మీరు ఎంత మరి ఎంత నడవలేదు.
Wrong. Right. It can be anything. Requirement. Okay. Take a employee class with ID and salary as a property. So what I am going to do, first I will take a class with a name called employee. I will take a class with a name called employee. Integer ID, double salary. That's it. Is this good? Create a employee class with ID and salary as a properties. So I have taken a class employee, I have taken the ID and I have taken the salary parameters. Now next requirement, take a driver class, write the method to print the employee object data and call that print method from the main method. Now first I am going to write void printf. So what is the parameter? Employee e. Okay, system.out.println e.id plus e.name salary, sorry, e.name and e.salary. It is used to print employee data. So this method is a static method. It is available in the driver class. Now I need to call this method. Are you getting my point? I have taken a employee class. Employee class is one class, driver is one class. Employee class having two properties. Properties nothing but variables. Now inside the driver class I am writing void print method. My print method is taking object as a parameter, e.id e.salary. Now I need to call this method, main method. Inside the main method driver, d is equal to new driver. I want to call d dot print. What print method is expecting? Employee object it is expecting. So can I create the object? Employee e is equal to new employee. E dot id is equal to 101. E dot salary is equal to some 15,000. That's it. What is the difficulty there? Execute it. It is printing that ID 101, salary 15,000. Look at this. I have taken one employee class here. I have taken one employee class here. Then I have taken a driver class here. I have taken one employee class here and I have taken one driver class here. In the employee class there are two properties available. Inside the driver class I have a method to print the employee object. That print method I am calling from main method. This is a instance method. To call that method I need the object, and print method is also expecting one object, employee object. I created employee object. I initialized the variables. I am passing object as a parameter. This method is taking the data from the object and printing the data. Same. Is there any difference between my previous program and this program? Only difference is there I used student, here I used employee. That's it, na? Yes, you can do that. E1.id, E1.salary, E1. That's it. Here it can be anything. Here it can be anything. No problem. You can change. That is just a variable. Na? It can be anything. If you want, you can initialize here also. No problem. Directly you can initialize that. Directly you can initialize that. Okay. Understood? What is the mistake? Yeah. Take an employee class with the properties. Yes. Here you need to write a print method. With this knowledge, can I give one more requirement? Can I give one more requirement? Can you do that? Take product class with product ID, product name, product price. Take product class with product ID, product name and product price. Create a driver class. Create a driver class with a print method to print product data. That's it. Take a product class with product ID, product name, product price. Create to print flow. I will tell. Product ID. SOPQ लिखा.
తీసే
కరెంట్ ఎప్పుడు ఎత్తాడు
Take product class with where is you are not able to write that class. You given a void there. You have shown me that void previously. Yeah, void means it is a method. Now how it will become a class? So you need to write the class I have clearly given. So inside the not working. Student data I asked to print and employee data I asked to print. Now I am asking to print product data. That's it. There is no difference. Now if you see, when I print student data, I have taken one student class. When I ask to print employee data, I have taken one employee class. When I ask you to print product data, I have taken one product class. I have taken one product class. Now, product is one class which is representing three properties. Now, are you getting? Learning theory is different. Writing the program is different. Theory everybody can understand. There is no doubt. If you bring a 6th class student also, he can understand the theory what I am telling. But to write the program, that analysis is required. The thought process you have to change. Is there any different? Simple example, man. I told you how to perform 10 plus 20. How to perform 10 plus 20? 10 plus 20 is equal to 30. Just I have changed the value. 30 plus 40. You are not able to do. I'm telling you how to perform the sum of 10 plus 20. But I am changing the value. I'm giving 30 plus 40. You are not able to do. My requirement also same. I explained you how to print student data by using one method. I explained you how to print employee data by using method. I asked you to print product data. That's it. What is the difference? Instead of the student class, you take a product class. Instead of taking student object as a parameter, you take product object as a parameter. Khatam. What is the big difference in that? Theory is different, practicals are different. If you do the practicals, if you are able to write the code, then only you can survive. Only theory will not help you. With theory, you may select in the interview, but theory will not help you in the company. In the company, will they ask you what is object, what is class? Anybody, every day morning manager will come, hey, please tell me what is object, what is class. Will they ask that? Once you get into the company, nobody will ask you what is class, what is object. That theory only for interview. Once you got selected in the interview, theory not required. You can throw our material. There is no use of that. Once you get into the company, what is required? That process. You have to analyze, you have to write the code. Theory till you enter into the company. Once you enter in the company, our material will not help you. Only your brain will help you. You should be able to write the code. After explaining two examples, I have given the same example for third one. Just I have changed the class name. Not able to do. I am here to. I will not send your friends. Tell me, man. That process. Then you will become. Can I execute this program? Instead of SOP, I should write system.out.println. That's it. Now, class product is available. Observe carefully. Class product is available. Product ID, product name, product price. Then class driver is available. Inside the driver, what is there? Print method. What is the purpose of print method? What is the purpose of print method? Print the data. Is there any return type? What is the return type? Print method. Void. Why I am taking void? My method is just responsible to print, not to return anything. What is input for the method? What is input for the method? Object. Why I am passing object? Object can have any number of variables. Now I'm taking object as input. That object data I am printing. Now this method will not execute directly because it is user defined method. How to call that method? By creating the object. Print method available in the which class? Print method available in the which class? Driver class. I'm creating the object. Driver class object I have created. Driver object dot print. Print method is expecting a object. So I'm creating the object. I'm setting the data. I am passing the object. I'm passing the object. Now run this. Are we able to get the data? Yes or no? Now, can I give the same requirement? One more requirement? Yes or no? Guys, in the three examples, is there any difference? No. Logically, is there any difference in the three examples? All are same. The thing is, first example, student data. Second example, employee data. Third example, product data. Okay. Now, can you print in the same way, can you print one doctor data? Doctor name, doctor specialization. You, whatever you want, you can with doctor name, doctor specialization, not doctor, a doctor. Take doctor class with doctor name, doctor age, ठीक है? Doctor name, doctor age. As properties, create a driver class with the print method to print doctor data. That's it. If you are not able to do, then I have to jump from here to the ground floor. Class keyword రాయలేదు, print method. That's it. Now d dot print of d1. Yeah, Sitaramaya, yours correct. Okay, see this. What is my requirement? Take doctor class with doctor name and doctor age as the properties. Don't buttify. If you buttify, you cannot become a programmer. You have to understand the concept. I told you, take the doctor class with doctor name, doctor age as properties. So class doctor. Okay. What is the requirement? Age and name and age. Okay, string name, int age. That's it. Doctor is ready. Doctor class is ready with the two properties. Then I need to write one driver class. Class driver. Then inside this I will take void printer. I'm taking doctor D. Doctor D. System.out.println D dot name plus D dot age. हो गया. What is big deal? Same thing I am doing for fourth time. Student, product, employee, doctor. Okay, class driver. Inside that I am taking a print method which is used to print doctor data. Then I am taking main method. I want to call the print method from the main method. How to do that? Create the object driver d is equal to new driver d dot print. Can I call print directly? No. Why I cannot call print directly? Print is expecting the object. Which object it is expecting? Doctor object. So what I need to do now? Doctor d1 is equal to new doctor. Doctor d1 is equal to new doctor. d1 dot name is equal to some Rathod something. d1 dot age is equal to some 29. That's it. Now d dot print of d1. Okay, d dot print of d1. Got it? Run this method. Cathode 29. Not understanding, huh? See here. Take a doctor class with doctor name, doctor age as properties. So I have taken a class. In that class I have taken two properties. Then I have taken driver class. Inside the driver class I have a print method. What is the purpose of print method? To print the object data. The purpose of the print method is used to print the object data. Who will call this method? Main method. Method is expecting object. So I am creating the doctor object. I am passing the doctor object as a parameter for the print method. Look at this. To understand this, able to understand, there is no problem. Understand, you can take a player ID. ID is a int type. I need to take the int ID. Name is a string. I will take string name, age, int age. That's it. Take a player class with ID, name, and age. Are you clear with this? So when I ask you to take some properties, properties nothing but variables. Take a class with variables. Then I have asked to take a driver class. Take driver class to print what? Object. What is the object it is expecting? What object my print method is expecting? Player. So what should I do? I will create the player p is equal to new player. Set the data p dot id, p dot name, p dot age. Set data. Then I will pass player object. That's it. Got it? Any questions, anyone? Any questions? Huh. You can take any name. Player P, you can take P1. This also can be anything. Variable names can be different, no problem. Yes, here you can write P1, here you can write P2 also, no problem. You can write the same or you can write the different also. If you write the P1 here, then you need to access P1.id, P1.name, P1.age. Here if you take P2, you need to pass it as P2. It can be anything. You can initialize in the player class also, no problem. Yeah, actually I thought of teaching both, but people are not able to grab that. Tomorrow I will tell object as a return type. Today object is input. Tomorrow object as a return type.